This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IPA Livecast. Patreon bonus. The guys are inducting some new members into the Livecast Hall of Fame. I don't want to give anything away, but PENIS spells a succulent Patreon episode. Our IPA Livecast starts now.
You're muted, Rob.
Oh. Welcome. Welcome?
You're low. You're very low. Do we want to do this over again?
No. Welcome. Hey. Yo. How we doing? Welcome to our Livecast. You would think I would get it going, but for our patrons, we like to have the Patreon episodes have the flair of a regular episode, so I don't think it would be authentic to go back and fix this edit. I think this is what our patrons want. So welcome. We have a very, very special episode. It is the Livecast Hall of Fame. It is another round of the Livecast Hall of Fame, and I'm very excited. Round 7. Wow. And it's a very prestigious hall. We only invite the shittiest of people with the funniest of sound bites. I guess not everyone inducted is a shitty person. That's unfair to say.
Queen of Vagina is awesome.
Yeah. Shlomo isn't shitty.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Shitty person, yeah, no. But I mean, I wouldn't even say all of them are. I wouldn't even say all of them are like shitty and untalented. Like some of them are very talented. They're not all ironic either.
Yeah.
Who were some of our past inductees? We had
Iron
Shlomo,
Sheik.
I remember.
Yeah. Great performer.
The IO Digital Cable
commercial. Yeah, that's a legit good song.
Patti LaBelle indirectly.
That guy's also talented. James.
He can sing.
Yeah, he's
beautiful voice.
Lovely. So it's a real Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's real. It's authentic. It's legitimate. It's prestigious. Many adjectives describe the RIPL Livecast Hall of Fame. And today we have 3 new inductees. And let's see here. Today we're going to kick things off with we have a one of my favorite videos we've ever played here on the show. It is a video of a man getting arrested, and he just doesn't understand why.
He's just got a certain flair.
So let's get it up on the screen. The man is oozing charisma. Let's play the clip as we first experienced it.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant. Minutes later...
By the way, I want to say this is the highest quality I've ever seen this video clip in.
Well, the original without the news report is the last link I sent. This is the news report version. So some of the better lines are missing from this one. This is like an edit. But it gives the context of what is going on. Whereas the other one does not.
Okay, so we'll start with the context, then we'll play the other.
Yeah.
Later, police had the business surrounded, then sent in a delegation.
We're under arrest. Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal?
How does this guy not have like a David Attenborough type career? Like his voice is just so beautiful. It's so authoritative.
It is wasted talent, really.
Yeah.
Oh, a succulent Chinese meal. Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 officers to restrain him, whose major concern was the meal he'd left behind.
Wait, what is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Eventually, they had him in custody.
I believe that it's all to do with stolen credit cards.
I understand that he has played small parts in
Whoa.
numerous amateur theatre
Whoa.
Aha.
groups.
Barry,
the
Barry
Budweiser
White over
frauds.
here.
Is everyone in Australia just a Sir Laurence Olivier level stage actor? What is going on here?
This guy
He
looks
seems to
like
be
Carl
just,
Malden had sex with a thumb. and had a child.
numerous amateur theatre groups. He seems to be just a prolific false pretender.
You know,
But
you know
only
who he,
hours
you know who he
after.
looks a little bit like, that guy? You ever see the general in War Games? That guy Barry, what the hell's his name? Barry something. He also was in Breaking Bad. He was the guy in Better Call Saul. The guy that lived in that house where they were the bank was trying to buy the house and push him off the property, the old man.
Oh my
He's
god.
that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Looks just like this guy.
There we go.
After his arrest, the watch house granted him bail, leaving the police red-faced and empty-handed.
Oh, he's so disappointed.
Sincerely sorry that he obtained bail, but
This voice is like triggering me.
Yes,
It's so-
He's the Australian Phil Anselmo.
It's like the Australian. It's like a browno.
I
Like,
was about to say it.
Yeah, I think I just
Really?
had a little brown nut on my pants.
Yeah.
You're right.
it really hits this weird. this
Tickling my prostate when he talks.
he obtained bail, but
Oh,
under the
baby.
situation he was allowed to have bail.
Edwards is also wanted for questioning
I,
him.
the voice
Boo.
is bail.
This guy's
Bail.
voice sucks. This is very jarring to go to that.
Bail.
Edwards is
That
also
guy was
wanted
the
for
announcer
questioning
for
in New South.
Glow. I remember back in the day.
Oh
This
yeah, you're
guy-
right.
This
Totally.
guy was the announcer for Glow.
No.
What a transition to go from hello, this guy was blah blah blah, and then this twerp comes on. So what we found out in the news today?
Well, you got to grow into that first guy. This guy's still
Oh.
a young chippy.
New South
This is
Wales
that
over
guy.
several
It's in the past. This is his younger footage.
Oh,
My balls hadn't dropped yet.
forgery matters.
that was it.
What's that? What is that? I'm sorry. I know it's a related video.
No, what
Our
is-
host tried a period cramp simulator.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Is it the same
What?
show that covered the "Get Your Hands Off My Penis" guy?
This seems
We'll have,
Canadian.
to, we'll have to save this for a different time.
This is
It
for the
is.
Hall of Fame, and we just induct Canadian morning shows.
So here is the clip, the original clip that we played on the show.
Yes.
With all the great lines. Ah, this is the quality I remember.
Yeah.
This- I was gonna say.
Oh,
I
good
I
old
didn't remember
Lively.
it happening. Yeah, I didn't remember this video happening in the last decade. With
Yeah.
that, like that footage makes it look like it just happened. This looks like 2002. That's what I want
Mhm.
to see.
Do you remember Live Leak hosting everything on the internet that you weren't supposed to watch? Like
Yes.
heads getting cut off and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the on YouTube. There was also tons of wrestling, like wrestling bootlegs on there. I remember watching, like going through like a whole Misawa character
Oh.
arc on Live Leak. It was great.
Is Live Leak still a thing?
They are, but I think they're legit, like quote unquote legit now.
So nothing that was cool about Live. Leak.
Yeah. Oh well. R.I.P. Live
because-
Leak.
oh, actually, they're not. They don't exist anymore. It's called Item Fix. But anywho, okay, so let's watch this clip.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Not assuring anything.
I have to say, like, this guy's clearly fucking hammered, but he seems pretty composed for a guy who's fucking hammered.
Well, he's
you know.
full.
Yeah, that's true. He just ate a meal.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Wait, what? I don't remember the follow-up line. Hold on.
That's the
The
bloke.
penis before.
Oh, yeah.
That chap over there, get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
I love how he the first line of this. He's like, "You're under arrest." I'm under what? As if he didn't hear correctly.
As if the people dragging him out and cuffing him wasn't a
Yeah.
giveaway as to what.
Did you say I'm under arrest? That'd be a lovely place to be.
It's like the duck breast he was having inside the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, succulent.
Why did you do this? For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off me. Ta-ta and farewell.
I love that he's so
Ta-ta
well
and
spoken,
farewell.
but he's built like a fucking refrigerator. It takes an
Yes.
army to move him 1 inch. Like he's like a character from an 80s sitcom of like the dumb jock that knows poetry or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking absurd.
They catch him like reading Elizabeth Barrett Browning in his bathroom while he's taking a dump and he tries to hide the book and start talking about sports. I can't believe I'm sorry to anyone listening who's from New Zealand or Australia, but I hear these cops talk and I just can't take them seriously as Fez like, get in the car, mate. I'm like, okay, all right. You could pull out a gun and I still won't be scared of that. I'd be like, oh, really? Get in the car? You want me to get in the car?
They'll shoot you like, oh, you shot me? Really? You're going to shoot me?
I see that you know your marksmanship well. As I'm dying, bleeding out on the sidewalk. Are you waiting to? Am I waiting to receive your limp nightstick? Look, he's like fully 180 degrees turned upside down. It's great. I got him parallel to the sidewalk there.
Ta-ta and farewell. One tough look.
Now,
So, Sid. Oh,
oh,
there
good.
we go.
I
Is this
didn't-
the interview found?
Before you do that, I didn't go back to listen to this episode that we did on this, but I distinctly remember Sid openly wondering what he had at that meal, and that went
for sure.
it went into like a 20-minute discussion of what we think that he had.
There's definitely some tea. He
Yeah.
definitely
So-
had like some plum wine, like too
Oh.
much of that. Clearly,
Quite a bit too much of it.
So now this is so Sid, you sent me a follow-up interview, and now this is yet another follow-up.
how long is this one?
225.
Yeah, the one I sent is longer, so it might be this,
let's
but
go
like
that
a
one.
bigger
What is
version.
the charge? Eating a meal?
A succulent Chinese meal?
We were enjoying a
Oh.
succulent meal
Didn't age well.
with many glasses of the grape juice, of course, the red grape.
Yeah, you've had quite a few glasses, it seems. Since that video. Look at
Sid,
it. Jeez.
this is a dream come true for Sid. He's gonna detail exactly what he ate.
I am so excited.
We had some of those crispy house biscuits that they serve before the meal with homemade
Imagine
duck
the
sauce.
spoiler is that it was just a fucking Panda Express.
Oh.
I had a delectable crab rangoon.
We were debating whether to go to Panda or Popeyes. Of course, we settled on the Asian delicacy.
Do you see what's behind him? It's like multiple portraits of the
yes.
incident.
Yes, you're
Made
right.
by Vincent Van Gogh.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. He's really leaning into this moment.
Do we think this is his house and he has that, or they have a museum in Australia dedicated to this clip and they brought him to the museum?
The national hero.
I think there's a museum and he actually lives in the museum.
I mean, Trinidad and Tobago have a Queen of Vagina
That's-
museum, so it makes sense.
Hey, what's he got to say?
An American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant.
there was a suspicious-looking character at a couple of tables away, looking at us. And every time I'd turn, he'd put his head down and pop a dim sim into his gob.
Minutes later, police had the business surrounded, then sent in a delegation.
The police fell on the place. Come running in, even one of them had a gun in his hand, and I said, "What the devil's going on here?"
I said,
"Pull
"That's
you
not
up.
a gun.
Get up, you're under
That's a
arrest.
gun."
You're an international."
Why are you looking at me like a crazed kookaburra, mate?
"Oh, criminal." I said, "I'm just a poor, struggling artist. How dare you? Get up." And they took me out, and I think there was all these TV cameras outside, and they, there it is. That's what you see on the internet now.
Under arrest. Look, I'm under what?
It looks like he's aged 40 years. Jesus, look. Like,
I
what?
mean, how long ago was this? I know the original clip was posted in the early teens, but I don't know if that's when it was filmed. I think it might have been from an older story. Everybody there looked like early 90s, really, to me.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
We're supposed to be living in a democracy, and here they're dragging me out of a restaurant after enjoying halfway through a succulent Chinese meal.
You gotta play the hits.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Oh, he didn't roll the R. He didn't roll
You gotta
the R.
play the hits. You gotta play the hits. It's like
Halfway
if
through a
Metallica didn't
succulent-
play Enter Sandman, you'd be very upset.
Chinese meal. That's what I thought. Well, gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Could you
Democracy
imagine living
Manifest.
in a
didn't
place where
appreciate the
crime
way he
is
was
so
handled.
rare
See
that
that
a guy
somebody
ripping off
else?
American
Your
Express is worthy of a
Took
fucking
6
news
officers to
crew
restrain
showing up
him.
to
His
film the
major
arrest?
concern-
Like, holy shit, this is like the smallest of small time crimes, and there's like a full news crew and 80 cops.
I mean,
It's astounding.
Wales, Australia is a very safe place.
Do you think like this restaurant
Well,
still
was
exists and like people show up and reenact this? Like it's like a tourist spot because of
I
this
would like the
video?
succulent Chinese meal, please.
These
Yeah.
poor waiters that, oh, here comes another guy in a button-down short sleeve shirt.
It's like that Breaking Bad house where Walt threw the pizza on the roof and people like drive by now and try to throw the pizzas on the roof. That's like an actual thing.
Does anyone actually live in the house, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, those poor people. How do they not sell?
So fucking stupid.
Imagine every day you're sitting there and like 7 times a day it's a plop on your roof.
Oh
like,
my god. Well, that's only if they make it. Half the time they probably miss and it's on your
Yeah.
front window.
That's true too.
I love the look of this one guy in the tie. He's like barely stifling a laugh as this is all happening. Like, just look at him. He's like amused.
Well, we watched this and laughed
Yeah.
hysterically. So imagine we need to get the Democracy Manifest guy to move into the Breaking Bad Pizza House. He'd come out and yell at them every 5 minutes. This is Pizza Manifest. I see that you know your pizza tossing well.
This is Pepperoni Pizza Manifest.
Skill he'd left behind.
Wait, what is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Well, it was succulent, so I suppose it just flew into me head when.
What was it?
when
What
they
did
were
you
trying to
eat?
Put handcuffs on me.
We need to know.
Eventually, they had him in custody.
Bad
I believe
interview.
that it's all to do with stolen credit cards.
I'm hoping
They
they're
took
saving
me
that for
anyway.
the
They
end.
took me down to the watch house, city watch house, and then they realised that I wasn't this international gangster. They didn't charge me with anything, so away I went. But
Civil
ever
suit.
since then, people have been putting this thing up there on the internet.
I understand that he has played small parts in numerous amateur theatre groups. He seems to be just a prolific false pretender.
But only hours after his
I need
arrest,
that guy to
Watch House
narrate my
granted
life. False pretender.
him bail, leaving the police red-faced and empty-handed.
Yeah, sincerely.
Yeah, how often does that happen?
Can't imagine.
And empty-handed.
Yeah, sincerely sorry that
Oh, okay.
he obtained bail, but none of this situation he
they're
was
bad.
allowed to have bail.
And then they've told me that, no, we're sorry. We thought you were somebody else. And I'm not quite sure who they meant. Might have been some Hungarian chess player
What?
called Doza.
Yeah, chess is illegal in Australia,
And,
Sid. I don't know if you knew that.
Apparently, he used to go into Chinese restaurants and dud them and flee without paying for the meal or something or other. Oh, but how would that make you an international criminal?
So sorry, we got the
Still
wrong
haven't found
we
out
got the
what
wrong
the
bloke.
intent of finding
No
out.
worries, mate.
I'm too busy trying to do some paintings.
Edwards is also wanted for questioning in
Oh.
New South Wales over several
So it's his own paintings.
forgery matters.
Jack, I'd love to know what you were thinking that day as you were hauled out of that restaurant and you saw me and my
Is that the same
cameraman
guy? Wait a
standing there.
minute.
This is obviously very pre-set up by
Is
the
that
police.
the
What was
young
going through
chippy
your
guy
mind
from
as
the
you
original
saw
story?
our camera?
Edwards is
When
also
did this
wanted
happen?
for questioning in New
Doesn't look
South
like him,
Wales
yeah.
over
I
several
think that's,
forgery
oh my
matters.
god.
Jack, I'd love to know
Yeah.
what you were thinking.
When did this happen?
there. This is obviously very
1954?
pre-set
So
up
it
by
must
the
have been
police.
like
What was
late
going
80s,
through your mind?
early 90s, I guess.
Our cameras
Wow.
make you turn on that wonderful theatrical
shit.
performance that day.
I thought, well, here's an
It's
opportunity.
making me very aware of my own mortality right now.
Seriously.
Because they've dragged me out thinking I was some sort of an international gangster when I knew that I wasn't. So here's a
What was
chance
this
to
guy
stand
in?
up
We
for
need
the
to look up
people
his
of Australia
IMDb. Like,
and let
see his real
democracy
work.
manifest itself gloriously. That's why I carried on like that. Oh, of course, I had been somewhat influenced by the juice of the red grape, and I wish I had met you then at the time.
And Jack, why were you using so many names? Who are you really? Who were you then? And what were you actually being accused of at the time? Because we thought you were the world's most wanted man, the way the police were talking, but it turned out it was credit card fraud.
Credit card fraud? No, I always paid cash. Wonder why they thought that. I thought international criminals wouldn't use credit cards. Surely not.
Is he jerking off?
you
What's
asked
going
about
on down there?
names. My name's Jack. It's always been Jack.
Jack, would you ever do a performance that would top that one? Or has that been the best you've ever pulled out of your repertoire?
Oh, come now. I've been on stage with a mate of mine, Jim McNeil, wrote a play called The Old Familiar Juice.
Juice?
I've starred in that on many an occasion at St. Martin's Theatre over in Perth, Subiaco. So I must have a bit of acting ability.
Jack, are you surprised about the amount of attention that your performance that day has gained around the country and around the world?
Well, I was surprised, but it took me many years for someone to show me that it was up there on the internet, until someone approached me and said, can we put it up and sell bottles of wine with your face? The wine, incidentally, is called Get Your Hand Off My Pinot Noir.
What? No.
I said, go ahead, as long as I get a cut out of it. Well, this one here, not finished, as you can see, but
Steve Carell about to kiss a cop.
that on that video thing.
It's
on the
real.
internet.
This wine
But I've
is
got
real.
myself here as I look now. It will look like me when I'm finished. Me
Oh my
arresting
God.
myself then.
Oh, him arresting
me now
himself.
arresting myself then. Down here, that's going to be me again.
Oh my god, obsession.
Back in those days.
Can you? Does he have any paintings of a mountain or something like?
And
He's alcoholic Bob Ross.
got to be finished, as you can see.
If Bob Ross painted the
Gentlemen,
one most traumatic
I hope
event
you'll
of his life
enjoy
over
my
and
cooking.
over.
It's the first time I've ever cooked a succulent Chinese meal.
Oh my
Bob Ross
God.
is the one
There
that
was a
narked on
time
this
when they
guy, and he
arrested
tried to
us
live it
for
down the rest of
eating
his
one.
life.
Let's hope the police don't
The
come
more we watch
my
of this
way,
catch-up video, the less I
Well,
like
now,
this guy. I'm
apparently
thinking
that
of
was my
like
crime, eating
taking
this
my vote back from the
Chinese
Hall of Fame committee. He's just pushing
Here
it
we
so
go.
hard.
Look at that right.
Look at those denim jeans.
Hit it with some more.
I think he
Oh,
bought
well.
those like on the same shopping trip as when he had that Chinese meal.
Those jeans are very Bertas.
Let us
Seriously.
imbibe and enjoy it. Can I
Bird
serve
is
plate
a
for
very
you, Doc?
low rent store in Brooklyn.
Eating a meal. A
And this is a
succulent
so this is a
Chinese
different one.
meal.
Yeah.
Sports Bet presents what?
Ladies and gentlemen, you see me? I am Mr. Democracy. Not some Hungarian chess player. It is I. I said, get your hand off my penis. Do you want me to hit that button there? Yeah. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. God, there's so many ways that you can manifest democracy, isn't there?
Oh,
I've
my
been to that
God.
restaurant many times before. I think it was called the China
Oh, he's got a
Seas
dog.
restaurant in the valley.
This is like
I
a
don't
kid
know
writing
if
a
it's
book
still there.
report.
It's 30 years ago.
George
And they
Washington
were,
was a great
mate,
president because.
having a beautiful feed like I normally do there. And they've all surrounded the place and ran in. There's all TV cameras, Channel 7, Channel 9, whatever. Surrounded the place and come and arrested me.
When Cecil George Edwards was arrested in the Chinatown Mall last Friday, the Valley Police thought they had one of Queensland's most wanted. Instead, he was a petty criminal working under several aliases. The police allege a con man with a flair for acting.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? Succulent Chinese meal? Oh, we got the wrong man. We thought he was a international criminal or something. Most wanted.
Only hours.
Is that a
to his
naked
arrest,
lady
the Wash
painting
House
in the
branch
back
pinned
right?
bail, leaving the police
And they
red-faced
cut back,
and
watch, like
empty-handed.
behind all the self-portraits.
I see that you know your judo well.
Probably Linda Evans, maybe
think
he
that I was off
had a
my
tryst
head,
with
a
her.
lunatic, so they'd
There.
send me to a
He
was a
lunatic
young
asylum
Shantus.
so I could escape from there, because it's a bit hard to escape from the city
This is
watch
just
out.
becoming like,
Their
say the
prisons are
line,
pretty
Bart.
secure. Anyway, I've done my time. I've started to do some paintings of that arrest because
Pretty
some
good
people
painting.
want them.
Darren,
Painted
when
by
are
the
you going to
hand
start
of this
doing paintings of the time you
victim
got arrested
of
for Rob
democracy.
smoking weed?
I
Hope
think
I
this
can get
guy
a
has
quid
it
out of
covered, kind of. Like,
One
how
needs
can
a
I
quid,
top
doesn't
this
it?
guy?
I won't say ta-ta and farewell. I'll say auf Wiedersehen, I love yous all.
I feel like we could maybe get him on the
I thought it
podcast
would
if
be
we tried.
great
Wait,
if I
what?
could
No.
tell an old
No,
story
what?
that was from years
I'm
ago.
I'm clicking on our stream like, wait, why isn't this stopping? It's like I'm in the wrong window. All right.
Did you stop our
then.
stream?
No.
Do you want to show the wine? That the wine actually exists? I put the link in our chat. Maybe we could get.
All right.
We could do a little taste test. We could order this and do a part 2 of this episode where we get drunk on his wine.
Sure.
Meet up at a Chinese restaurant. And try to
Get
skip
your
out on the
hands
bill.
off my Pinot. It should have a soundbite that plays that when you open the bottle.
Oh, like one of those birthday cards that makes a song
Yeah.
when you open it.
Yeah. It's like on the bottom of the cork or something.
I would just never drink it if I had to hear this shit
Oh.
over and over again.
Sadly, out of. Oh wait, I thought I was sharing the screen.
No, you're not.
Apologies.
There it is.
Get your hands off my Pinot. Well, but don't you want people to drink it?
Sadly, it is out of stock.
Oh,
But-
wait. What is the description?
I'm sure it's a lot of
Ladies and
puns.
gentlemen, this wine is Democracy Manifest. Get your hands off my Pinot. The only official wine of Mr. Democracy Manifest.
You never say his name. It's so funny.
Get these succulent grapes into your face. This succulent Pinot is made with freshness as the main focus. Bright red fruits that know their judo well.
And you'll be horizontal parallel to the floor like he
Yes,
was going into
exactly.
that car. This whole story just has like a tinge of sadness to me, don't you think? Like when all we had was the video itself, it was like really funny. Like I had built up my idea of who this guy was, like a stage actor, and he had this one run-in with the cops. But now it just seems like for the past 35 years, he's just been living that 5 minutes over and over in his head.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's just a pleasant surprise that he's still alive.
That's
Like,
yeah,
that
I
seems
could
like a
see that.
miracle.
Yeah.
Because he's
So-
90,000 years old, but at the same time, he spent all the intervening decades like just being Mr. Democracy Manifest. The guy doesn't even have a name anymore, for fuck's sake.
That's probably for the best if he's scamming people and trying to skip out on bills. It's better that nobody knows his actual name.
But did he really do that? I thought they let him go. Like he
Well,
did.
it's the report seems sort of vague, like hard to understand
you.
because they say at first, I guess what it is they thought he was like this big criminal, but it turns out he wasn't that big criminal. He was a small criminal, but still a criminal.
But no one asked. This is
Maybe?
shitty reporting. They didn't ask what he ate, what kind of duck
Yeah,
he had.
that's the biggest miss in all of this.
They didn't ask whether he was guilty of anything. They didn't ask if the guy actually touched his penis. I was waiting for that. Did he actually touch your penis, or was that part of the spectacle you were creating?
There's so many more questions. Do you have a family? What do they think of your internet success?
What do they think of you painting 87,000 portraits every day of the same thing over and over?
Did you ever go back to that restaurant? Like,
oh yeah,
was
good
that your
one.
first time? Was you regular there?
Can we get this guy on the show? Like, I want to add, like, just with the premise. I know he's probably sick of he might be actually.
Yeah, I don't
craving
think
this
he
shit.
is.
But even if he was sick of it, even if he said, no, I am not doing any more interviews, we could just be like, we want to touch on only things that you've never been asked before.
Yeah.
We won't ask any of the cliche questions.
And we'll get some Australian rules football picks for him as well.
Fuck it. We'll
What do you
buy an
think?
Australian rules
Yeah.
football team for him. How much could that cost? $100 maybe?
150, I think tops.
We can spare that.
Rob's excited because he wants locker room access.
Yeah, I am the new owner of the Australian Football League Queensland Kookaburras.
That probably is the team.
I know my locker rooms well. All right. So that was, a tip of the hat to the lovely fellow.
Whose name we're still not sure of.
Jack.
Mr. Democracy Manifest
Sure.
himself.
She's like Ultimate Warrior. She legally changed his name to Jack Democracy Manifest. He's literally Mr. Democracy Manifest. It's not a funny nickname.
So let's move. So who else do we got here? Now we're moving on. Switching genders. We're going to move on to a lady whose voice you've absolutely heard in the last few years here on the RIP Livecast universe.
Gaëtan Dugas.
The lady, her name isn't Gaëtan Dugas. Of course, Gaëtan Dugas is the person. He was a French flight attendant who died of AIDS and was accused
erroneously
of being patient zero with the HIV virus.
And he wasn't.
And he was not, because there was documented cases of the virus in the 70s all over the world. They just didn't know that it was HIV at the time because it was still something they were discovering.
It's also, well, it'll become clear as we go into the story, but the Gaëtan Dugas nugget of misinformation, is typical of it's like one in a large subset of anti-gay rhetoric that was circulating late 80s, early 90s, that this woman is very much steeped in the stew of. Like, you'll see a lot of recurring things that are complete bullshit.
Yes. So what's funny enough, I originally thought that this speech was from like the early 80s. Like, she was giving a speech about the guy who the first patient zero or whatever. But no,
it's not, but it is.
The speech is from the early 2010s, which is now a decade ago.
Well, what gives it away is that she talks about Whitney Houston for some reason. Like, she goes on a tangent and starts talking about how Whitney Houston was found dead in a bathtub. without clothes on. So that's your tip off that this is after Whitney Houston died. But that's
So
the only way you would know.
Yeah.
So this was a community. I actually looked it up. This was like a community board meeting because in that city, which I believe is Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes, Lincoln, Nebraska.
There was a law that they were considering passing for LGBT protections in the workplace.
What
And
were they
this was-
thinking?
How like what's wrong? Like no one's getting like why do they need a law? Like relax, you're fine,
Dude,
you'll be fine. No one's
yeah.
gonna lose their job because they're gay. Like why do you need to make a law? That was essentially the forward position.
And
But
also,
then-
all the gay people who were sensible enough to have a job have left Lincoln, Nebraska a long time ago.
As soon as they made enough money to buy plane tickets, they were out of there.
So
I do want to give this lady props though, because like after COVID and all the mask mandates and stuff like that, seeing crazy people at town hall meetings is sort of, we've become numb to it because it was for like a good year there. Every day there was more footage from town hall meetings, people yelling about vaccines and masks and all that bullshit. But this lady is an OG of like crazy town hall speakers, and she should get her props for that.
Well, you know, during quarantine, nobody was crazy enough to go to a town hall meeting except people who were
Yeah,
not afraid of
that's right.
COVID.
Yeah.
That's why that happened.
But this lady, she's the velvet underground of town hall wackos.
I gotta say, of any clip, any meme we've ever had, this has produced the most quotable. I would argue the most quotable clips by itself. I have 25
Oh my God.
sound bites from this. Many of which I can't play because, like, without
Well, we're about to.
context. No, I mean because
Yeah.
we're giving the
Yeah, yeah.
context. If I just played them, it would just sound like we're
It's
being
just straight up be
homophobic.
hate speech. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is one that I played for a little while, for a couple of years after this, and it's not one of those. It's just a great clip, but someone fell out of favor for some reason.
Warrant.
Whenever something was bad, I would go, "That's abhorrent."
That pause for dramatic effect. Maybe she's got an acting history just like the Democracy Manifest guy.
Imagine the two of them doing Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Bridges in Madison County. I want them to do like Kurt right now.
Stella!
My God. Wow.
All
So
right,
let's go.
Let's cue her up.
She just goes off on Stanley Kowalski saying that
I'm
his
James
anus
Fowler.
licking causes
The
sepsis.
Wipeout TV show had broken bones and manslaughter every minute.
Wait, pause it. Can we just take a second to appreciate how she just launches right into the meat? She's like broken bones and anal sepsis, like 1 second into. She didn't even say hello.
No
Council
introduction,
members.
nothing.
Thank you, council members of Lincoln, Nebraska. Like nothing. She's in the anal broken bones already.
Do you think
How would
behind
you-
her that's her mom who drove her to the town hall?
I don't know,
No.
but the guy on the left starts stifling laughter all through this. He's like my hero.
Yes.
Actually, the woman on the right is she's a fucking saint. She actually went on directly after this woman, and as awful as this woman's speech is, the next woman's is incredibly sweet.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's not that entertaining, so we don't have to watch it. But I can just tell you, she just completely counteracts this woman. She said that like her son was gay. He died of AIDS.
His name was Gaëtan.
His name was not Gaëtan. But then like she just talked about how they were like her son and his partner were, totally fine members of society, and that like his nieces and nephews loved him, and all the, like painting a real picture of that these are real people affected by this, and that there's nothing to be afraid of here. So that woman gets all the props.
She essentially gave the minority party response to the State of the Union, is what you're saying.
Basically.
Yeah, totally. How would you describe this woman's outfit? She almost looks like a fucking Amish woman, basically.
I get Gilligan vibes.
I get this unstylish version of a church lady.
Yeah, it's all like one
Well,
solid color, top to bottom.
I definitely see Gilligan too. That's a good one.
Got the bucket hat.
Skipper, Professor, Mrs. Howell.
It's
Winter
very strange.
Wipeout
Just waiting for a big
show
fat
is
guy to knock that
produced in
hat off her
Holland
head.
by gays, bis, and orgiers. Why do gays like to see people
Ooh, I gotta say
perishing?
something here. When she says
PENI
gays, bis, and orgiers. For years, I thought this said gays, spies, and orgiers, and I even have that. That's how it's labeled in my sound program.
Eyes.
Gays, spies, and orgiers. But then I realized later on she's saying bis. Like, who says bis? Like, that's
Who
not a
says
thing that people say.
orgiers?
Right. But that's at least there's nothing that kind of sounds like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, geez.
like to see people perishing.
Perishing.
PENIS goes into the anus to rupture intestines. More
That guy. I love that she can't say penis,
but she can say
but
anus.
she can say
What?
anus.
Oh my God! Wait till you hear the other shit that she says. She says
Like
so
what?
much other horrible shit, but I think it's like some kind of mental, like
Mm.
OCD that she literally just can't say the word penis for some reason.
Let's go back.
And I think she might
Perishing.
say penis later. I'm not sure.
PENIS goes into the anus to rupture intestines. More a
Look at the
man
guy.
does this, the more likely he'll be a fatality or a homicider.
Homicider.
Getting pleasure while the other
That was a
passes away
Bush
reverberates another homicide later. UNESCO, United Nations, has gender and bioethics conferences combined. Only gays go to gender studies. Gays are the bioethic genociders in hospitals.
What?
Children can be eliminated. The Fed
lost her
stated
place.
in this December 11th article,
Never
the Lincoln
forget.
Journal Star, page 6. Gays should not be
On
employed in
12
hospitals or
level.
occupation. Whitney Houston was found without clothes in a bathtub.
What
Every
does that
corpse
have to
found
do?
without clothes has a partner that did away with them.
There you go.
So
But-
she's saying that somebody killed Whitney Houston.
Would it be less peculiar if she was found fully dressed in a bathtub? Like, why? Like, if you're in a bathtub, you're without clothes. That's sort of the point.
That would was there water in the tub though?
Yeah. Is that Hervé Villachez in that picture? What are we
Lesbians
looking at?
and gays rarely live past 40 years old because it is common for a partner to do away with them or they self-inflict.
Rob, you hear that?
Yeah, how old are you?
You got 2 years to go.
40. 1 year.
Live it up. That's why he's going to all
also
these
the-
AEW shows all over the country. You got 2 years to live.
Oh no.
Pack in those sunflower seeds, boy.
Imagine if I do die within 2 years, that you've given me the live cast curse now, Durinsky.
Oh,
I'm super
no.
happy.
Hey, I didn't give it to you. Crazy Christian PENIS lady gave it to you. We're just
Fair.
reporting facts.
Fair.
We want everyone to live as long as possible, to be 80 years old instead of 40 years old.
Oh.
Don't
Why
go
stop at
gay.
80?
It's not healthy. Don't go gay. It's not healthy.
Don't go gay. Like it's choosing to ride a skateboard or something. That's like, it's like I really want to go skydiving.
No,
Yeah, like
it's more like
rollerblade.
going vegan because it's a lifestyle choice. you're
Right.
making.
Well, skydivers think they're making a
I
lifestyle
guess
choice.
that's
Sid.
true, and it's also dangerous.
Yes. Quite so. Just like going gay.
We want everyone to live as long as possible, to be 80 years old instead of 40 years old. Don't go gay. It's not healthy. Anus licking causes sepsis. If not given antibiotics within a half hour, they perish.
Wait a minute.
Have more gays
You
in
had me.
education.
Hold on. I'm one of those people who would say
People.
probably not the best to lick a dirty anus. But I don't think you die within a half an hour.
That would have to be a really dirty.
What are these butts that she's licking?
This is a person who's never wiped.
Oh.
So this assumption, people have standards. There's gay people that will not lick dirty anuses. Me being one of them, I'm not interested.
What if you inspect it and it's clean? Is that something you would do?
Yeah. If it's questionable, certainly.
Is something you seek out or you need to be requested by your partner?
What? I'm confused by the question.
Well, I would say, is it like your personal turn on to lick ass, or is it like, if the person's really into it, you'll do it, but if neither one of them is real passionate
Oh no,
about it,
I love it. I love.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm into it. Yeah, it's great. Feels wonderful.
And you always do a visual inspection before doing it, though?
No, just when it's questionable.
But how do you know it's questionable if you haven't looked at it?
Yeah, you gotta. Well,
if
you get a whiff of dookie.
Well, if I'm,
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, it's happened.
I had that happen to me, and it wasn't even a situation where I was going to lick her ass. I was just like fooling around with her, and I got a whiff of that. Like,
Where was your face?
She was like in a kind of doggy style position.
Okay.
And it was sort of leading towards having sex that way, and I got a whiff of it. And
no! So what'd you do?
Yeah, I can't remember, honestly. It was very early on in my sexual career.
Oh my god!
I don't remember what I did. I think I still had sex with her. I can't remember.
Rob?
Hello.
I feel it is something that the gays are acutely aware of, at least in New York. It's not a problem I've run into often.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like when you used Grindr in another city on vacation.
Oh, no. No, I mean, in general, I feel like they're hyper, especially as a bottom.
I mean, that's kind of people to be aware of that, I would say.
It only leads to better results for them, if you think about it.
But what if you had just had a succulent Chinese meal?
Well, then you make it clear that
we're just making out tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Only front stuff.
They would just say, then they'd be the top, and they would say, "Are you ready to receive my limp penis?"
Rob, next time you hook up, you should do it in that accent and see how your partner reacts. Just the whole time be in character.
But don't say, "Take your hands off my penis."
No,
that's counterproductive. Leave that one out.
Put your hands on my penis.
Oh, wait. Put your hands on my penis. Just mix them both together.
Have no gays in education. A high percent of gay men in school grounds molest boys, partly because they don't have.
This guy behind her is definitely just like the voice of the people. Like,
spirit animal.
He's the only one reacting of all the people behind her. Everybody else is like stone faced.
I mean, it's Nebraska. I think 1 out of 4 is a pretty good ratio of someone
That's fair.
caring about gay people.
Well, again, the woman to her right vehemently disagrees with everything this woman is saying.
But she's holding character.
Yeah.
Half hour, they perish.
I went back a little.
Have no gays in education. A high percent of gay men in school grounds molest boys, partly because they don't have AIDS yet.
Oh, that's why pedophiles exist. They really want to have sex with adults.
They're just health conscious.
Right. They're health conscious. Gay people.
Right. Even in her world, even gay guys with AIDS only want to have sex with guys who don't have AIDS.
Are we sure we should be putting this woman in a Hall of Fame?
Well, too late now. She's already in the door.
I mean, to me as a gay, this like it's so over the top that I'm not even offended by it. Like it's hilarious to me how like what world this woman is living in.
Right. She may not have ever had sex.
Yeah, that's legitimately possible.
SEX.
SEX. Judging by the way she has to spell out penis, I mean, she might be afraid of penis, I would say. It's possible.
Yeah.
PENIS. Side of the innocent boy who gets F's and D's.
Wait, he gets F's and D's?
Don't allow.
Is she talking about what I think she's talking about?
I think she's not even sure at this point.
She does like to spell things out and use initials.
Allow hundreds of molestations a year with this equality ordinance.
Oh, so if we can't fire gay people, there's going to be molestations. 'cause
Yeah,
we
that's
can't fire them
bullshit.
for being.
They're
But,
gonna have
like,
more
see,
time to molest people if that's her theory, right? I mean,
But also, it's just like it just shows the logic of these people. It's like, oh, if we can't fire them for being gay, then they're going to be able to get jobs at schools and molest our kids, and we can't fire them because, like, in her mind,
Yeah.
being gay is just molesting children. That's like there's no separation of just an adult, an adult who wants to have a consensual relationship with another adult of the same sex. Like that, those are rarities. Like the more common one is these perverts that only want to have sex with our children.
there's no crate and barrel trips. Come on, lady, get with the program.
Where are our school teachers that should be speaking about this today?
Yeah,
they're all molesting children.
They're busy getting laid.
Yeah.
School teachers that should be speaking about this today. Hillary Clinton's roommate 4 years in college was Eleanor or Eddie Atchison, a gay woman, daughter of Dean Atchison. To avoid going gay like Hillary Clinton did, college students need single rooms and single gender dorms.
I want to point out that now even the woman who was keeping a straight face, like she can't help but like smile at how ridiculous this shit is. Like,
But wait.
what?
So she's saying to avoid going gay, colleges should have single rooms and single gender dorms. Now, if the dorms were all single gender, wouldn't that make it more likely that everybody in them would go gay?
Sure, it's gonna raise the percentage quite heavily.
Yeah, she hasn't really quite thought this out. Shouldn't it be mixed gender so there's
Yeah.
more encouraging? Well, I guess not only is she against gay sex, she's also against premarital sex, which is why she wants the single. You know, what there would be is there would be strict security in each hallway to ensure that there is no fraternization amongst same-sex students.
Yeah, and then that would be democracy manifest. They're just gonna find
Democracy manifest.
They find someone being gay and just throw them into a car.
Is the dude behind her eating a French fry right now? What's going on there? Is he sneaking food into the town hall meeting?
It's like a pen or something that he's chewing on.
You know what the first three letters of pen are?
Lesbian is not normal. A college woman is.
Wait, we got to go back. The thing is, I keep going like, hold on, what's the context here? And then I remind myself, there is no context.
No, it's just bullet points on a piece of paper.
Of all the things you could say to run down Hillary Clinton, being a lesbian is like number 2,971.
Need single rooms and single gender dorms. Going lesbian is not normal. A college woman is seduced with illegal rohypnol to go gay. Otherwise, they think it's
that guy is just finally
he's had it. Abhorrent.
Abhorrent. By the way, seduced with illegal rohypnol is another one that got a heavy rotation like 10 years ago.
Probably just anytime Sean talked.
I should also point out, I can't believe that this. I checked the creation date for the files that I use that I play from this lady, and it's 2012. And I would have guessed it was later than that. That's fucking crazy.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 10 years ago.
And the clip I have to think is even older than that, right?
Yeah. No. It's from 2012. Here, May 2012.
Because this was when gay marriage was in the news, I think.
This was when this ordinance was trying to get passed. Yeah, it's just all of it. We covered this as the week it happened because it was all over. I just remember seeing the clip and like what she was saying, and I was like, okay. And this is like half an hour of incorrect information, perfect for our show.
We were like, breaking news: anus licking causes sepsis.
Hillary Clinton did. College students need single rooms and single gender dorms. Going lesbian is not normal. A college woman is seduced with illegal hypnol to go gay. Otherwise, they think it's abhorrent. Lesbian professors state, quote, wives are enslaved by their husbands, unquote. All you married councilmen know this is not true. And this
Do
is
they?
deranged thinking. Have no gays in education. The Canadian Gaëtan Dugas was the first person to get AIDS in 1980.
She said the
depressed
words.
His immune system with pot. He ruptured intestines as his partner became a corpse. Candida fungus grows hugely on a corpse. AIDS is a Candida fungus disease.
Not true.
Roman senators went to Roman baths to be promiscuous, gay, bis, and orgiers, then went to the Colosseum to watch Christians get mauled and perish.
I see nothing
Do
wrong.
gays
What?
That sounds like a cool weekend. Like, what's the big deal there? Everything about that sounded great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the movie Sideways. It's just a fun weekend. Fun weekend with some friends.
Yeah.
gays become sadistic? Yes. They cuss after coupling, don't like the land they lay on, and 80% of those who did treason by the year 2000 were gays. Don't employ gays in military, education, health, or psychology.
This woman has like no like she has to be somewhere on the spectrum, right? Like
something.
Look, how can you go to have a bigger disparity between the Democracy Manifest guy, star of stage and screen, to this woman who's just reading one sentence in one monotone? She needs some tips from that guy. I'd love to hear him read this. Anus licking causes sepsis.
That should be his career now. Like Kimmel or somebody should hire him to just like read top 10 lists.
Whitney Houston was found without clothes in a bathtub.
Lester's treason is deranged. Gay is not a behavior, by the way. A gay is a behavior. It's not an identity. Shoplifters don't make good salespersons. Gay behaviors aren't needed for military, education, health, and psychology. Don't encourage gays. Do not harm gays. Gays.
I'm so confused. So she's saying shoplifter is to store employee, what gay person is to guy in the military? Like what?
She's saying
like
that
if you let gays in the military, they're going to rape all the other members of the military.
I think she's yes, but I think also
they're like a shoplifter in a Walmart.
Well, there is a lot of rape in the military, Rob. So technically she's not wrong.
But not
across the board.
Rape or hetero?
Well, maybe her point is that anyone who would want to be in the military is inherently a rapist.
Sure. I would go with that if that's what she was really saying.
Gays can transform.
1 minute.
I can't believe they let her talk.
Gays can transform to be celibate to live to be 80 years old.
There must be some law, or something.
I actually just looked it up. Male hazing, most common type of sexual assault. A 2016 Army survey.
There you go.
But
Have you ever been
women
male
have almost
hazed,
women have almost 5 times the risk of sexual assault than men.
I mean, do the math. It's not that hard.
But there are 6 times more men than women in the military. So more men experience sexual assault. So just by the
the sheer numbers of it.
The sheer numbers. So that's wonderful. Great system we're breeding and paying for.
I mean,
gay persons want to adopt children. The California Board of Education said last year children in San Francisco have the worst scholastics, failing all subjects, all grade levels. They cry all day and rape each other hetero without being told not to.
What?
Unless you're molested children deranged by seeing.
She's going through all. She was told she had a minute left, so she's speeding through everything.
Really, that really is it.
What you do?
She's like the micro machine. She's like the guy that reads the legalese at the end of a radio car commercial.
Other hetero without being told not to. Give us your molested children deranged by seeing only gays kissing. Don't ask, don't tell what you do in your bedroom, and you'll be respected for your work. Read the book Nijinsky, to understand that bisexuals always become insane. A wedding dress
Always.
is for a woman, not for a man. Jesus was kissed by
Take
Judas,
that,
a
Dennis
homo
Rodman.
who
Wait,
tried to
you missed a really
sabotage
good line there about Jesus
Jesus'
Christ.
kind
10 seconds back.
dress is for a woman, not for a man. Jesus was kissed by Judas, a homo who tried to sabotage Jesus' kind ideas. Do you?
So she won't say HOMO.
All right. She will say that.
I
She
didn't
won't
realize
say
that.
PENIS.
I didn't realize Judas was a homo, as she so eloquently put it.
I mean, Judas kissed Jesus when he was selling him out, but I don't think it was a sexual kiss. It was like, I'm kissing you, and this is my send off to you that you're going to be murdered now.
Mm.
You choose Jesus, a celibate, or Judas, a homo. You have to choose.
Wait, we got to go
This
back
is
and hear this whole thing.
sabotage Jesus' kind ideas. Do you choose Jesus to understand that bisexuals always become insane? A wedding dress is for a woman, not for a man. Jesus was kissed by Judas, a homo who tried to sabotage Jesus' kind ideas. Do you choose Jesus, a celibate, or Judas, a homo? You have to choose. This is
You
a
have to
result of a
choose.
10-year study by over 700 psychologists.
You have to choose between these two fictional characters.
Yeah. Of generational pursuits at any Lincoln City school.
Thank you.
You must choose between the T800 and the T1000. One is liquid metal, and one is a cyborg with a metal endoskeleton.
That's Rob's former employer.
Yeah. I did a radio show on liquid metal. Yeah.
So that's Rob's choice. We know where he stands, at least. He's with liquid metal and with Judas.
And Jose Mangan.
Well, that's what I meant by Judas.
Oh.
He kissed you right before booting your ass right off the air. That motherfucker.
I love Jose Mangan.
That motherfucker.
And you still love him, even though you were betrayed for 300 pieces of silver.
I love Jose Mangan. I love Jose Mangan.
Jose Mangan causes sepsis.
When are we inducting him into the Hall of Fame?
Good question. He's probably 40% of the things said on our show by now.
But yeah, fuck that lady. But congratulations to her on the induction.
How do we think she's doing now? She's definitely QAnon, right? Like, there's no way she's not into QAnon.
Yeah, I would believe that.
If she's still alive, that is. Like,
yeah, that's true. Did anyone follow up with her?
I couldn't find anything.
Oh dear.
The Democracy Manifest guy actually drew 5 portraits of her.
Oh,
painted 5 portraits of her.
I gotta hit up his Etsy page. Get a few of those.
But anyway, congrats, Christian Penis Lady, for making it into the Hall of Fame. The Livecast Hall of Fame, everyone.
I love that the song says the world's gonna know your name, but meanwhile, the two people we've inducted, we do not know their names.
Yeah, the penis lady and the democracy and my limp penis man. That's a lot of penis themes going on here.
Yeah, well, it is the Livecast after all.
That's true. One seems objectively pro penis and hands off laissez-faire penis. Another one's decidedly anti-penis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But both obsessed with penis.
Let's see if this third inductee can break the tie.
Well, here's somebody who probably didn't get his penis touched nearly. Our final inductee of the night, who's getting in the Hall of Fame. The world already knows your name. We're of course talking. No, talking about Danny.
Hey.
There it is.
He probably
I
got
just want to say
some penis off of this video.
Why is the background shaking? What's going on there?
goodbye to the people who hated on me.
It was probably such a boring shot that he felt like that would at least make it fun. I don't know.
I just think it was technical incompetence, probably.
No, it's an effect. It's not. It's post production.
Is it?
Yeah.
Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who
Oh yeah, I guess it
trusted
is.
me.
It's,
Goodbye,
pretty good.
goodbye to everybody.
Still technical.
People who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me.
Do we blame Kanye West for this?
Yes. Why not?
Or T-Pain, maybe?
No.
A mixture.
Now I need some changes in my life. Now I need to move on in life. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who
Could you go back?
Goodbye to the people who love
I love it. It was like that shot started like a split second too soon, like, and he's just like sort of like psyching himself up to like start up again, and he's like facing away from the camera before he starts singing again. And that would just
everybody.
really moved
Now
me.
I need some changes in my life. Now
After
I
this.
need to move on in life. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who
His lip syncing is off too.
That's
Oh,
the
is that
least of
what's
his
off?
issues.
RuPaul would read him to filth.
But he knows the lyrics at least. People don't still have haircuts like this, right? Like this was a very short period of time when people did this to their hair.
Yeah, it's done now, thankfully.
trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hated on me. Goodbye to the people who loved me. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. I'm thinking deeply right now. My life is viewed. It's like, ow, I don't know how.
Oh my God.
Explain this, I don't know why. It's happening to me, but just realize I'm not the person I used to be.
He really ran out
Now
of.
just wanna leave.
He really just ran out of verse ideas by this point. He's just stretching.
Was this like written and he worked on the lyrics for a while, or do we think this is literally all off the dome? Because it feels like it's all off the dome, but it probably isn't. Darren, you're muted.
This is take number 3.
That's the one he went with.
I think he worked very hard on these lyrics. I think in the process there may have been some adjustment or on the fly, but I think he sat down and scripted this hard. I think he rhymed life with life on purpose.
Oh my God.
But what I would say is that if this person was in my life in some way, like a relative, a friend, or a coworker, and I saw this on his YouTube channel, I'd be concerned. Like
it does sound like a suicide note.
It sounds like 100% like a suicide note.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Goodbye to the people who trusted me. Goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he moving to Charleston, West Virginia? Like that sounds like he's gonna jump off a roof.
His response would be like, no. It's just the only word I could figure out that rhymed. That's it.
But he's not even rhyming it. It's goodbye to everybody.
Where is he from? Do we know? What is his origin?
I don't know. I would guess Indian,
British,
Bangladeshi.
I don't
know. Birmingham, UK.
This bullshit is not gonna
He's only
happen
25
again.
now. Like currently, he's 25 years old.
And this was what, from 10 years ago?
2013, nine years ago.
Jesus Christ.
So he was 16 years old? Okay. So, I mean, that's fine. I feel, like we're making fun of a 16-year-old.
He's very active on social media.
Give most people a camera at 16 and see what they're.
Send the link.
Wait, that's TikTok. Never mind. Is he at Stonehenge or what the fuck is he dancing? Like the monolith from 2001.
Oh my God.
This is when he gets off meter.
Oh, this is when he gets off.
Rob.
Thanks for pointing it out. I thought
that's what makes me. That's what makes me think it's an improv. Oh wow, he really does look 10 years older in these Twitter. We'll take a look. We'll follow up in a moment.
Trusted me. Goodbye to everybody.
Why does he do that jerking off thing also? Oh, the bridge.
This is so fucking weird. Is he at the airport? Where is he? Maybe he's just flying away. He's just going on a trip. That's why he's saying goodbye.
Maybe he's gonna fucking take over the plane and fly it into
no!
all the people that hated on him.
Life is short.
It's fucked up.
His nickname now is Desi Drake.
Oh boy.
All of the ones that care for you. In the end, they will be there for you. One day, I'll make it up the world. I will maybe will be told. And
oh my God.
This is brutal.
I don't think we ever listened this far in.
Goodbye.
There's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
But we do the things differently on the Hall of Fame.
Is he standing on a laptop?
It's a natural laptop formation.
No, it's a shelf. It's a shelf.
What is he?
Oh, he's got like a golf flag? What is going on?
What is he, a Funko Pop? Why is he on a shelf?
Goodbye, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye to the people who hate you.
Oh my God.
Goodbye to the people who
Wow, he really loved this auto tune.
Now, do we want to play the updated? Somebody like a DJ, a Sikh Indian DJ, did a remix of this.
Yes,
That was really. Hold on, I sent you the. Oh, you did it already. He just loves it so much. He's crying.
This is so beautiful to me. Dude, I gotta make a remix to this, man.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I gotta make a remix to this, man.
Man, I don't think he'll appreciate that.
Actually, no. I'm down for it.
Okay.
Produced by Sick Kick Music.
Yes, I feel like you play this, right?
Yeah, definitely. Can't fix his dancing though.
No, well.
Wow, this has almost 4.5 million views. He's still so fucking awkward. Can't auto-tune his moves.
Yeah.
No.
All this love I had in my heart for you. All these moments I spent in my arms with you. Put my trust in you. Movie tickets for you. Girl, I want you. I got you. Spend my life to find you. Was there for you when you needed me.
So I guess this is about a relationship.
That's what the remix is about.
Yeah.
This is about a good guy who's tired of being taken advantage of.
Oh, so it's incel shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of kind of giving a hint to that.
I like that the actress they cast in this was like, I'll be in the video, but I can't be in the same room as Danny, and you can't even use the same camera on the both of us.
Yeah, he's like a suicidal weirdo. I don't want anything to do with this guy.
Don't let him inside the mansion.
Oh, it's her mansion?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Run!
They had to take this footage on the sneak.
It's the cop.
She never sees he's there. Get your hand off me. This is Democracy Manifest.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if I have an enemy. There are so many out there. How can I say goodbye to all of them?
Now you listen to me. All these people up there, it's your job. It's your duty to say goodbye to each and every single one of them. All those people that used to look down on you, that used to talk about you. Now you're bigger than them. And I know it's tough, and I know it's hard, and I know you only got 2 hands to say goodbye with. But from this point forward, let me tell you something. You've got 2 more. You've got 2 more.
Life is short.
Oh, that's a COVID trigger.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is like
This
Wally
guy-
World.
This guy has made him so much cooler. It's unbelievable. Like
This guy's awesome.
Just having somebody endorse him puts him over like 100 times more cool. You know, like
Sure.
just him alone was not. You know,
Still not cool enough to lose his virginity though.
oh,
Sorry, Danny.
Maybe Just Rain took his virginity.
No, I think the closest he came was getting to watch him fuck the model.
I think the closest he came was being in the same room as the model because of that sneak shot that they didn't tell her about.
It's an HR violation.
Well, she never saw this video, so she has no idea.
all right. Let's see what modern day Danny looks like.
Oh no. Oh, he looks
2
normal.
months ago, Happy Place.
Oh, he's making music still?
Prolific. What is the voice going to be like now? That's the question.
The same as the cop that arrested Judo guy. Goodbye to the people who trusted me. To the people who hated on me. Anus licking causes sepsis.
We are truly sorry.
Yeah. Didn't mean to arrest you, Danny. Looks like a different person, man.
The hair's better. He's got the Pazabini cut now.
Abundance on me, happiness the key.
Same voice. His moves are a little less awkward. He looks like he has a little more swagger.
Oh no. Is that
He's clearly gotten laid.
Fortnite
So
dance?
Good for him. I like that, you know, he knows what his fans want, and he's not about to change up his style to like push away the hardcores. He remembers who got him to the dance, and he's like Motorhead. You know, when you put on a Danny song, you know it's gonna sound like Danny. It's as simple as that.
Rob, respectfully, I don't think it's that he doesn't want to change up his style. I think he can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a choice.
This is the pinnacle of his talent level. Get your hands off my Pinot.
Abundance on me, happiness the key, happy places where I wanna be.
Gays, buys, and orgies all die by age 40.
Keep it going, Darren.
Jesus was kissed by Judas.
What did that say? Kill your master? Is that what that graffiti said?
Don't lie a gaze to teach grade 3. All of them have HIV.
Oh my god.
We should not let gays be employed because they will give everyone roofies.
Oh my god.
College girls should have single dorms free. That way they cannot become lesbians.
Keep them away from me. I
Behind
mean,
the life of Danny.
I guess he looks more like a human now, but it's still awkward as fuck. It's still so awkward.
Yo,
Oh.
what's going on, guys?
Years
It's your
haven't
man,
helped.
D4NNY.
It's your man. See, he's not your boy
Before I get
anymore.
right into the video, special shout out to Zach follow him on
Am I having a
Instagram.
stroke? What is
I
this
just
like? Why are
The
the
first
letters
process I
moving
do
like
for
that?
making music is that I make some beats. There's so many music
Is he a
software
Sacha
you can
Baron
use
Cohen
for beats.
character?
Might
This
be.
is just like the
Might
new
be.
Ali G, I think.
If you were trying to make music, would you ask Danny what he? This is like a what not to do video. Yeah, what you do,
Before
mate,
I
is
start
you just
recording,
move
I
your arms
decided to
awkwardly like you're having a spasm, and
I
then you
need
just
some
kind of
notes.
like turn in a circle and do that over and over. And you gotta find a girl. She gotta be real fit, right?
All right.
Bless his heart. He's still doing it.
Those are the 3 entrants on this edition of the RIPL Livecast Hall of Fame.
No.
Oh,
Give me some warning here.
Go, go.
There it is.
Livecast Hall
You
of
can just sing
Fame.
it. You want to just sing
Oh, yeah. Livecast Hall of Fame. Oh, oh. Nobody knows your
it? Wait,
name.
no, dance like Danny.
Oh, oh. It's just a stupid thing you said. Oh, because you're in the Livecast Hall of Fame. Oh, oh.
Okay. You know what just occurred to me as I was doing that Danny is like the South Asian version of Elaine Bennis dancing.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Yeah, I could see it. And she doesn't want to be in the same room with him either.
I also want to say one thing. When he was in the airport, and I said that he was going to crash a plane. I just meant that he was suicidal. I was thinking that over. I may have come off racially insensitive. I didn't mean it that way. Just because he's a South Asian brown person or whatever. I was just thinking of what an insane suicidal person would do in an airport. But if anyone took it that way, I sincerely apologize. That was not my intention at all. I was trying to mock him for being a suicidal person. No. I'm kidding.
And if
But
you're
really, no,
suicidal,
really, though.
please call a friend. You should. People love you. We love you. Don't kill
course.
yourself.
DM Rob. He will talk you through it.
Sure.
I actually would DM with anyone who's feeling, and that's not a joke. Anyone who's in our Discord or whatever.
Yeah, Darren
are-
will gladly make terrorist jokes at you if you message him telling you you're
And if you
suicidal.
DM me about your suicidal thoughts, I will gladly give you Rob's contact info. And then he can figure the rest of that shit out for you.
All right. I'm just kidding.
I think
Of course
Sid would
Darren will
be
very thoughtful.
I think Sid would be very. Sid talks to people randomly in the Discord that come in, and he asks them their whole family history. So I think Sid would be very thoughtful, as
I
would
want
the
to build
both
a
of
sense
us.
of community.
Sid would be good at keeping the person on the line while the cops get there. You know.
Yeah.
So what'd you eat for lunch? What'd you have to drink? Did you have any
Did you have a
dessert?
succulent
Were there any other
Chinese meal?
options? Be good. All right, that's our episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for all your support. It really means the world to us.
Yeah.
We love it.
Get your hand off my penis!
And we ask you to get your hand off my penis.
Get your hands on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Get your hands on our Patreon.
Yes.
I see that you know your judo well.
The judo is what we get from the Patreon. Because we're Jews. Send us some dough.
All right. Mwah.